I don't want to have to talk about this. Oh, man. All right. Deadlock had a major update, completely reworked the shop, came out last Thursday. We still need to data mine it and look for things related to HLX. However, something was found and posted on my Discord server, and then it kind of spread from there. I'm noticing that some people are misunderstanding what it's actually about, so I'm going to try my best to explain it from the top. Valve develops all of their games, all of their software, on the same engine, Source 2. Valve does not fork Source 2, meaning Valve does not take the current version of Source 2 and go, okay, I'm going to start building on this specifically for Deadlock or specifically for Counter-Strike 2, and then this will become the Counter-Strike 2 version of the engine. Instead, everybody is developing on the exact same thing at the same time. And it's because of that if something is added for any game, it could and likely will show up in any other game's update. That's one of the major reasons we always find things related to the future of Half-Life in updates for Deadlock. It's because they're both being developed on the exact same piece of software and not on different versions of the same software. However, since it's the same exact thing and there are different types of games being developed at the same time, like a third-person MOBA light shooter, an actual top-down MOBA, a first-person tactical multiplayer game, and a first-person single-player story-driven linear shooter, you need to be able to tell the engine what it is that you're working on in order to be able to change the rules of the engine and change the tools that the engine provides. Because there are systems that need to be put in place for one game that other games don't need. So you need to be able to define the different projects that are being developed on this engine, so that when you launch the program, the tool set, it knows exactly what you're trying to do and what it, being the engine, should provide to facilitate that. So what this ends up meaning is that Source 2 has a bunch of predefined code names that you launch the tools within so that it can change up the rules and the tools that it provides. So you can launch the Source 2 tools into Deadlock mode, or Counter-Strike mode, or Dota mode, or Half-Life mode, or hell, even Left 4 Dead 3 mode, which is a remnant from 2015. These code names are predefined and need to be compiled into Source 2's binaries, the actual program that runs at the core of the engine, in order to know how to operate. It can't guess or learn based on what you do. It has to be predefined, and it has to be defined under a code name. So Counter-Strike 2 for the longest time was called CSGO_imported. It's now called CS2. Left 4 Dead 3 was called L4D3. Half-Life Alyx was called HLVR. Deadlock was called Citadel, and what we are expecting Half-Life 3 to be is now called codenamed HLX. There are definitely limits that Valve places on this file in order to keep from internal, unknown projects from being leaked out externally, but every once in a while they screw up and something slips through the cracks. And that's what happened here. A new codename that, based on the formatting, is newer than Counter-Strike 2 and newer than Deadlock has been found, and it is codenamed TF. Okay, so this does not confirm anything in particular, but based on the formatting of this codename, it can be assumed that this is not a port of anything from Source Engine. Source 2 is specifically developed to allow for the importing and conversion of any Source Engine-related content, and easily. But when that is done, the codename is suffixed with _imported. If you look back at this leaked list of codenames from 2014, you see that things like Left 4 Dead 2, Portal 2, and Team Fortress 2 all were imported at this point. This codename is newer than Counter-Strike 2. This does not, however, confirm that there is an entire team working on it right now, whatever TF may be. However, devil's advocate, it showing up in a public program like a Deadlock update does indicate that it is in enough of production that it requires the tools to be adjusted and have its own mode specifically for a codename TF. I'm looking around, I'm trying to gauge if this is at all realistic, and unfortunately it seems like it might be possible that Valve does something in this franchise again. Oh, I thought I was free. Okay. So this does not mean Deadlock is no longer in development. Obviously, that's not the case. This was found in a massive Deadlock update that reworked the entire shop. And I mean, if you're at all paying attention to the leaks, there's a lot of stuff that those guys are working on, and it's all incredible. This might mean that less people are working on Counter-Strike 2, and this also doesn't mean that HLX has been shelved. This is also showing up at the same time that Valve has effectively wrapped up Team Fortress 2 publicly, with Comic Issue 7 showing not only the end of those characters' storylines, but also showing alternate versions of future characters, oh boy, and also releasing the source code to allow for people to modify the base of Team Fortress 2 and release their own versions of the game through Steam, albeit for free, but still, there have been quite a few mods announced to be releasing on Steam. If you're at all interested in an overview of every Team Fortress mod that has been pushed to Steam in the last few months, let me know. And yeah, oh boy, they might, keyword might, be doing something. This is really a different era. My God, we're just like one project after another. Holy crap. Okay, well, obviously it's an ongoing story. I am hoping that this is a misunderstanding and this is an old leftover code name. However, based on the formatting of the file and our understanding of Source 2, this is not an old leftover code name. This is a code name that is newer than Counter-Strike 2. This is a code name that is newer than Citadel. And so it's, oh, God damn it. I'm Tyler McVicker, the Passionate Gamer, hoping that I didn't have to be harassed by this community anymore, but here we are. If you like these types of videos and would like to see the ongoing work that goes into them, including, where this story came from, the Discord server invite link is down in the description below. If you want to see some of these videos early, get your name in the credits sometimes, all that good stuff, my Patreon page is also down in the description below. I'm Tyler McVicker, the Passionate Gamer. I'll talk to you next time, and I hope you're having a great life. Peace and air grease. Adios.